toasted up some walnuts. A big handful of walnuts here. I'm going to chop these up. Chop them up to put in my bread pudding. I got a hoarse voice. This is just a bunch of slices of bread I made. This homemade bread I had in the freezer. I'm going to use in this bread pudding. It's going to be probably eight slices of regular bread. This is homemade bread, and I might have more than I need right here, but yeah, I'm going to use like a half a cup of these raisins, couple cups of milk, 2 cups of milk, over a half of a cup of sugar, 4 eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla I'm going to put in, and a teaspoon of this cinnamon, and a couple tablespoons of butter I'm going to drizzle over top of the bread after I break it up. Yeah, I'll chop these up and mix all the other stuff up in here and pour it over top. This bread, I'm just gonna break it up, you know. I'm not gonna cut it or anything. I'll just break it up and put it in there. When I get done with that, I'll come back. Bread pudding, guys. Mine's a little bit fancy because I'm putting the nuts and the raisins in there. You don't have to put raisins or nuts. But you need the cinnamon, a little bit of butter is nice, and the sugar and the eggs and the milk. And the bread, of course. I'll get back to you. There you go. Broke up my breadcrumbs. Not breadcrumbs, bread chunks. This is an 8x8 pan, 8x8 inch. You can use a 5x10 or whatever if you have. This all I have really is 8x8. So, let me get this other crap going. I'm going to put this butter on here. There's my raisins. Half a cup of raisins. Put this butter on there. Just drizzle the butter over top. Doesn't have to be all mixed in or anything. We'll put the raisins on. Yeah, that looks good. Put a couple over here. Good. Now I'll get this other stuff all mixed together in a bowl. Eggs in, 4 eggs. My half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of sugar. I guess I'll use half a cup. Just over a half a cup. I'll get this incorporated here into the eggs. And I'll be back. I think I forgot my nuts. Chopped up my walnuts. Nice. This is optional. You don't need raisins or walnuts, but I like them. Get some of the walnut flavor in there. Toasted walnut. Get them spread out a little bit. Makes for some nice toppings. So yeah, I'm using a digital probe thermometer. I don't know if you can see that. This thing here, I set my oven to 350 and I'm waiting for this to get to 350 before I finish up and put it in the oven. My oven runs hot, so I have to adjust it with a good thermometer. Let's see. Got my teaspoon of cinnamon. Oh, teaspoon of pure vanilla extract going in the mix. Sugar, half a cup, 3/4 of a cup. 4 eggs, large eggs, grade A large eggs, 2 cups of milk. Get everybody happy. I'm going to put in some salt, guys. Pinch of salt. Pinch of salt. And I'll come right back. Am I on? Got my oven settled in. 351. Close enough. Yeah, it looks good. Got the nuts on top here. Walnuts and raisins. Here's what the mixture looks like. From the cinnamon and egg, it turned a little bit, kind of looks like light chocolate milk. So this goes over top, guys. Soak all the bread. All the bread needs to get milk absorbed into it. So what you can do is, if I find one, take a fork and squish it down a little bit. Squish it down with a fork. Make sure all the bread soaks up all that stuff. Spread my toppings out a little bit. Then it goes in the 350 oven for about 45 minutes. And it should be kind of springy when it comes out. You don't want it to be raw in the middle. Check the middle and make sure there's not a lot of soggy, milky stuff in there. Then you can put it back in the oven if it's still soggy. Let it go a little bit longer. And that's it, man. 8x8 pan with 7 or 8 slices of bread. That's going in the oven right now for 45 minutes. We'll be back. Well, I pulled it out of the oven. Looks pretty good to me. Success. Got a nice crispy top on there. With the walnut and raisins, looks good. It's not all wet and soggy in the center. I made some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. It's got some breading, Parmesan cheese and breadcrumbs and a little garlic powder and salt and pepper on the outside the breadcrumbs. And it's got some pepper jack cheese inside. I pounded these thin with rolling pin and then stuffed them with the pepper jack cheese and baked them in the oven. That's my dinner. But yeah, this looks pretty good. There it is. Bread pudding with raisins and walnuts on top. Looks good, man. I'll try this after I eat. And I appreciate you guys watching. Anybody can do that recipe. It's pretty easy. Just, basic ingredients. Got nice little brown crusty on the top. Like I say, you don't want it to be mushy in the middle. It's got to be kind of springy. And then let it cool down a little bit. You can make a sauce to put on there. Put milk and sugar on there or whatever. Eat it in a bowl. Bread pudding. Good stuff. So I'm going to eat this chicken thighs with the cheese in it and the cheese on the outside. Have a good day.